Good evening, everyone. Welcome back in the series of React and Tailwind. So, today in this lecture, we will be trying to learn about the form handling. How in the React we are going to handle the forms. So, for that, we will be making a simple form and we will be learning about how we will be doing the submissions in the form and what are the things that we are required for the form handling in the React. So let us begin. So for that, I will be making a new folder named as form handling, and after that changing the directory to the form handling. In the form handling, we will be also learning about we will be also learning about the DOM tree once again. So for starting with the white project, white plus React goes to Google, white plus React, and then a simple command white at the rate latest. Yeah, sorry, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, here, form handling, here, and then JavaScript, CD, CD form handling, and PMI. So it will be taking time to installing all the dependencies in the React. So we will try to discuss what is the DOM T. DOM T is the simple structure that is made by the browser object model, document object model, in which we will be have a hierarchical tree-like structure, and we will be knowing how and where the data is flowing. So for that, we will be going to npm run dev. Let's see our application is working or not. So it is working fine. So we will be also adding Tailwind file, tailwind.css. So for that, going to get started and copying this particular thing to the command prompt. Once again, I want to say that the installation of the Tailwind has been changed because we got the Tailwind 4.0, a new version of a Tailwind, and the previous version in which version we will be use the auto fixers kind of things we cannot do in this version. That's it. And after that, one more thing. That's it. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, 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 Tailwind fixers. It's fine. And after that, putting import file in the CSS file that we are going to make in the index.css. That's it. So let's see our folder is working, our application is working or not. Going to this. Yes, our application is working fine. Now, first of all, we will be going to the app.jsx and removing all the stuffs that we are getting over here. And after that, RAFC part, that's it. And we will be trying to make a form in it, form C for form getting with the class name. And within the form, we will be checking that it is working or not, getting the hello. Let's see, it is working. Yes, it is working fine. So the default behavior of the form is to get submitted, get reloaded the whole web page whenever it is getting submitted. So we need to stop this particular default behavior of our form. So let's try to make, and we will be learning how uh, making the features so that it it will be working except from the default behavior. Yeah, input type is equal to text, and what will be the placeholder for that? The placeholder will be input name, placeholder, enter the name. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Once again, right now what we want, enter the password, and input type is also password. So let's see what we get. We get this, and then this. We also need a button named as submit button, submit button as submit. Let's see. Yes, we got. Now we are going to add some styling in that. For making it stylish. So first of all, I will be making a padding of 4, flex, flex of column. Why flex of column? For getting this in a vertical direction. Flex of column with the gap of what gap we want. When between two inputs, we get this gap of 4. And after that, that's it. Now, in the div, we also want to add some styling here. Padding of 5, padding of 4, margin of 5, flex, flex of column, and background color, VG of red, VG of gray, VG of gray, 200. Let's see, yes, we get, and we will also give the min height. Why we are going to give min height? For getting, so that it can a whole web page, whole page. Let's remove this. Yeah, that's it. Now, what we want, rectify center. It is aiming at the center. Align item center, item center. Yeah, it came at the middle of our web page. After that, I also want to give the color to that BG of teal. BG of teal 400. Let's see. No, no, not here. I'm sorry. We will be getting the BG of teal over here. The BG of gray 300. Yes. Rounded LG for making the corner to be rounded. Shadow, shadow of gray 500. So getting the shadow kind of thing like this. And here's the class name also. What class name we want to give? We want to make the text, text of Excel. Yes, text of Excel. M of 2, giving the margin of 2. Let's see. That's it. Yeah. And BG of white, background of white, along with the padding of 2 and rounded MD, rounded MD. Yeah. Same CSS we will be copying to our password section also, like this. So it will be looking like this. And I want to remove this particular margin that we have added here so that it should look nice. And after that, we will be going to style our button for the class name of button. What background we want to give over here? We want to give the background of the green of 500. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Margin of 4, not margin, padding of 4, nice. Text, Excel. So let's try to give, yeah, it's looking nice. Yeah, it is right now. And rounded off LG for the rounded corner. So if you have remembered that whenever we are covering the HTML and CSS series, we will be we have made something hover kind of effect. Whenever we are going to hover on this button, the content changes or the background color changes. So how we can achieve this particular property here by using hover, hover over here, and after that background of green, and I want to make the background lighter. Background of green 200. Yeah, you can see it here. 200 is very light, so we will be going with the 300. Not 300. Let's try 400. Yeah, it's looking nice. And after that, what else we want to give it here? We want to give the transition. TRANS. Transition all. We have seen that there are the two or three kinds of transition. Transition all, ease out, ease in, out, and ease out and in. And what the duration we want to give here? The duration I want to give over here is 600. So let's see. It will be changing the color with the transition like this. And after that, I want to give the cursor as pointer so that the user can see that I am hovering on this particular button, cursor of pointer. Yeah, it's working fine. So now comes the part of the functionality. Before going to the functionality, let's try to make a particular H1 here so that we can see that how the data has been transferred from one component to another. H1, I want to write hello, and right now I am going to give my name over here so that we can give the particular styling, and after that we will be taking this name dynamically, whatever the username the particular user is going to give over here. So what I want to give it here, I want to give the text of 2XL. Let's see. Yeah, text of 2XL. Margin of bottom is 10. Margin bottom 10. And after that, yeah, that's it. Now, let's see. Whenever I am going to write anything in this form, you can see that whenever I am going to hit on a submit, this particular reload button will be working. It's work. Now, uh, let's see what issue it is going to make over here. So in the form, there is one functionality, so one function over here named as on submit. On submit, what I want to do? On submit, I want to call a function submit handler. Submit handler. And let's define this function over here. Const submit. Let's copy it from here so that its spelling become right. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's it. So I want to make a log to check that our form is submitted or not. I am writing as submitted. So let's see whether it will working or not. On submit, it will be working or not. I'm going to hit clicking here submit and let's try to do the inspection for it. So what is happening? It is calling it's by default. So I'll be removing this particular thing. Yeah, that's so you can see whenever I'm going to hit submit, for a sort of second, the we are getting the data as submitted. You can see it's submitted. So why it is giving this kind of thing for a very short time? It is giving this for a very short time because the default behavior of this particular song that we are making here or we made here is get reloaded whenever it is getting being submitted. So how we will be capturing the data over here? So for capturing the data, we have to prevent this default behavior. For preventing this default behavior, we will be calling this particular function in the different way, like passing a event within this. So we will be seeing what this particular event contain. Submit handler and with the event e. So let's see what this particular event have. So before getting this, I will be receiving this particular event e over here. The we will be taking the event as e because the e's value means the good practice we are going to follow. We can take any value over here like abc xyz, and even you can take your name also. E dot prevent default, this particular thing D, yes. So let's see what happened over here. So now whenever you are going to submit this particular form, it is submitted 9 times, and none of the times this particular cursor has been reloaded. So we have prevented the particular default behavior of this form. That's it. Now we have also learned about how we are going to write something on this particular thing with the using of React variable. But why we are going to use the React variable even when because even not using the React variable, we can write all the things over here. So now the concept of DOM come into the play. You can see it here that we have a two DOM, the real DOM and the virtual DOM. Drax, my screen is visible or I have to make something zoom.
Zoom little bit.
Okay, it is fine.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So we have two kind of things in the React. The React have two things, the real DOM and the virtual DOM. Whenever now we can see it here, whenever we are here in yeah, here, yes, here. Whenever we are going to write something over here, we are directly writing on the real DOM. We are directly writing on the real DOM, and we are not taking help of React. So we have already discussed that all the UI changes are handled by the React itself. So what we can do? We can ask React to what we can do. We can ask React to write anything, write the content where we want. So how we can write anything with the help of React, with the help of React variables. So now we will be discussing about React variables that we have already been discussed with the help of use state and with the help of React hooks. One of the React hook we know is use state. So we will be trying to do the two-way binding over here. This particular thing that we are going to do is said to be a two-way binding. So let's try to do it. So what are the React variable? Are the use state. Use state. So let's try to get a variable const username, comma set username. This is the best practice that we have to follow. for giving this particular username and then set value with the uppercase of the username. Let's fix it. Username with use state. And what will be the initial value? Initial value will be the empty string. Yeah, the spelling is right. And what next thing I want to take? First field is username and the second field is password. So second React variable, we will be taking the password, comma, set password. Set password, use state, and what value we are going to see over here? It's again the empty string. So whenever we have when we are learning the HTML series, we have seen that there is something value over here. What value we write in this particular thing, it will be the permanent value of this particular box. So let me write hello. So it is hello. We cannot change this particular thing. So we will be using this kind of concept. So we don't need hello over here. We need value. What value? The username value, which is empty right now. Username. And same thing here. What value we are going to take over here? Password. That's it. Now we have something. We have some function named as on change. On change. What does on change do? On change simply make a track of changing things in this particular in whatever tag you are going to implement it. I am going to implement over this. What input tag? I am going to pass event. Within that particular event, I want to say set this particular thing, set this particular thing. What is it? Username. What I want to set? E dot target dot value. So I will be also showing you what does this particular E contain. So for that, I will be removing this and passing E over here and just simply log of E. Let's see what does E contain. You can see it is giving me an object. What the object? It is getting all type of thing that is needed to us. It is E. What if I want to take only E dot target? Let's see what it gives. Whenever I click, it gives me the target. What target we are going to take? The target is this particular input box. In this input box, I have write this two times. You can see here two times I am tapping on my keyboard and it will be giving me the log statement of what target you are going to write here. This is the input box that we are going to make. What if I write e dot target dot value? So let's see what happened over here. Whenever I write is HELLO. So you can see it here. It is giving me HELLO. This particular thing I want to get. So I am just simply setting this particular thing. I'm just simply setting this particular thing into the React variable. Set username. What value I want to set? E dot target dot value. So let's write it once again. I think yeah, bracket was extra. On change. I am passing E. What I am receiving? Set username E dot target dot value. Let's see what it gives. So now you can see that I am able to write anything what I want to write over in this box, but I cannot write in the password section. So again, I am going to do the same thing here with set username. I want to use set password. Set password. Now you can see that I am also able to write the password over here. Now I have on submitting this particular form, if I logged this. Yes, I logged what? I'm going to log the detail that I got, the username and then password. So let's see what I get. Pranjal and 1, 2, and 3. Let's see whether I get this particular thing. Yes, I got the Pranjal and 1, 2, 3 with the submitted message that I am logging over here. So I am removing all this, but all these things. So you can see whenever I am going to submit this, you are getting these particular things again and again. Now, I want one more functionality that whenever I hit this particular submit button, this input and password field should got empty. So what I can use here, set username to the empty string and again set password to the empty string. This particular thing is said to be the two-way binding. Again, Pran- yeah, yeah, Pranjal and once again 1, 2, and 3. It got submitted. I have removed the logged statement. So now I have made this particular h1 over here. Now I am going to dynamically take this particular value from the user. So let's try to take this, remove this particular h1 and taking one more React variable as const user. Who is the user? And then set user. Set user. Yeah. What this particular value contain? This particular value contain the use state of what? The user value. What username I have used. I have used the username. So let's see what it will give. And I'm going to call it like this user. It is empty string. So let's try ARYAN and ARYAN at the rate 1, 2, and 3. It's not getting the. Yeah, sorry. I haven't set this particular thing. Set user to the username. And initially I will setting this particular thing to empty string. RN and ARYN at the rate 1, 2, and 3. So whenever I'm going to submit this, the data has been shared from this particular form to hello tag. So what if I just want to show the password again? So for that, I will be just using um, another, we can use another set const variable as PAS and set PAS and use state empty with password with pass and here set pass to what password. Let's see what happened. Reloading this particular page and giving Aryan and ARYAN at the rate 123. So you can see hello Aryan with Aryan at the rate 123. So this was all for today. So guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask.
No doubt.
Hello. Okay, Rudransh. So can I bind up?
Yes.